there, let's read this Thomas and Friends book called Bulgy Rides Again. Bulgy rides again. Summertime is always a busy time for the engines on the island of Sodor. They carry visitors around all day long. But one summer, the engines had a problem. Thomas and Emily were in the foundry for repairs, so the other engines had to work extra hard. "Oh, my aching axles," grumbled Gordon as he passed Percy. "I must find a way for us to carry more passengers," said the fat controller to Thomas and Emily. "We have more visitors than ever this year." "And fewer engines," chuffed Emily. "It's a double-decker problem," smiled Thomas. But the fat controller didn't laugh. "That's just given me an idea," he said. Bulgy was a big double-decker bus. He had been made into a hen house after his naughty behavior caused a crash. The fat controller drove straight to Bulgy's field. "Hello, Bulgy," said the fat controller. "How would you like to be back on the road again?" Bulgy was very excited. "Thank you, sir," he cried. "I'll be the best bus ever." Thomas was surprised to see Bulgy. "I'm going back on the road," explained Bulgy. "Good for you," said Thomas. "The farmer needs a van to deliver his vegetables around the island." "Vegetables?" said Bulgy crossly. "I'm not carrying silly old vegetables. I'm carrying passengers." In the morning, Bulgy set off bright and early to pick up his first passengers. There were lots of people waiting. "All aboard," tooted Bulgy, and he set off for Knapford Station. He drove so smoothly that the sleepy hens didn't wake up. Trevor was on the road ahead, chugging along slowly. "Get a move on, slow coach," called Bulgy importantly. "I've got passengers on board." Bulgy started to overtake Trevor, but suddenly he saw the mail truck coming the other way. "Oh no!" cried Bulgy. Bulgy swerved and missed the mail truck, but the swerving woke the hens up, and they were very frightened. They flapped and they squawked loudly. "Stop!" complained the passengers. "We want to get off." The passengers were furious. They were covered in feathers and broken eggs. Bulgy was covered in eggs and feathers too. He had to go to the washdown to be cleaned. "Horrid hens, pesky passengers," grumbled Bulgy. "It's not my fault." "We've been repaired now," said Thomas. "We'll be back carrying passengers again." "But the farmer still needs a van to carry his vegetables," sighed Emily. That gave Bulgy an idea. "I don't like hens or passengers," Bulgy told the fat controller. "Could I help the farmer instead?" The fat controller chuckled. Now Thomas and Emily were back. He had enough engines to carry passengers. "All right, Bulgy," he said. "You'll be the island's only vegetable stand on wheels." And that's just what happened. Bulgy was repainted, and lots of people came to buy vegetables from him. Sometimes Bulgy sees Thomas with carriages full of passengers, but he's not jealous. He likes working with vegetables. They don't lay eggs, and they never complain. And that, my friends, was called Bulgy Rides Again, a Thomas and Friends book. And I hope you enjoyed that and that you subscribe. Come back often, and I'll see you next time here on Stories with Grandma.